how to learn.
Yeah, man, that's really what we do here.
Well, I was.
Brad, what is this? It's a helicopter, why?
I'm just making noise. Well, it was military. I'm by a base.
Oh.
So you're not too worried about. Sorry, the phone's turning off, huh? Go ahead.
Well,
I'm in San
Brad.
Diego.
So I'm doing something really weird right now, guys. I have the Discord on my screen recording that, and then I have my camera faced towards my computer to record our audio and everything, and it's recording Discord as well. So we got double Discord.
Not bad, man. Like I struggle to hear you kind of in general, but it sounds different. But I can still get you.
Oh, so sorry, guys.
It sounds like what's up.
You're wearing a mask.
Yeah, he's wearing the mask.
On the old-timey radio.
So we've all agreed to record and share this right now.
Yeah, I agree.
NBA.
I agree.
Yeah, sure.
So I wanna just touch on this little hypothesis that I went over with Aurora earlier. So like the pictures that I'm looking at right now on the Discord, they're kind of up there a little ways. Y'all would have to go back to see them. But in my research, I found that the spark gap radios, they're associated with the fireplaces, and I think I've discovered part of the missing mystery here with the fireplaces having these two pillars in front of them. And so the spark gap radio, and we confirmed this with Ahura, but the spark gap radio can be used, and you can, with a mirror in conjunction, the waves that propagate through the mirror are different than the way they propagate through the light or the air medium.
Well, they're basically a reflection.
Well, what we had postulated, like in these pictures, was that, like in Harry Potter, how they were showing the people using fireplaces to teleport, that this is possible. And in that one show on Netflix called Castlevania, they talk about them using the mirrors to travel, and that the buildings could travel vast distances. And also in Jonathan Strange and Professor Norrell, they're talking about how the King of England, or sorry, not the King of England, the King of Magic left in England. His name was the Raven King. He left England a long time ago, and that they tried to destroy all of these mirrors that were doorways into that realm.
Yeah, that was the kind of stuff we were talking today. That's why I said, wow, did you record it?
Splitting light.
Yeah, you have maybe to resume it again. It's so amazing. And I'm just right now trying to put those pictures together so that they have an idea of what we're talking.
Okay, you're grabbing some of those pictures for him? Because it's kind of hard for me to do all of that at the same time.
Right, wait a minute, because I have to...
No, I might be able to post some of them, the fireplaces at least, into the radio chat through my phone. So, okay, yeah, I got these pictures right here. I'll go ahead and throw them in. Because I saved them for this video just in case. Sorry, videotaping my hand right there. So yeah, this is an experiment. This may not be what we're exactly shooting for to do this type of recording, but so far so good. I may need to set my stuff up just a little better. Because y'all are having trouble hearing me, right?
No. Good now?
sounds different person.
Yeah, that's different tone, and that's all.
Well, I got my YouTube voice on, so I'm being all professional.
Uh-huh.
Like earlier, the way we were talking was me at the bar hanging out with my friends. Now I'm at work, so.
Okay. Well, I don't know much about the fireplace, actually, because simply I don't see there's missing stuff if it were true.
Well, there's also a lot of things scientifically that you have to understand. That that guy Ahura, he can help me articulate this a lot better.
Yeah, Ahura is the guy. And he has moved. He's not there, right? Yeah.
I'm
No.
talking to you now.
Oh, there you are.
I'm talking to you now.
Well, you remember when we was talking about doing the experiment with the getting the spark gap radio and putting it near a mirror and throwing because the spark gap is going to create plasma, which the plasma, depending on the frequency, will react a certain way with the mirror.
Yeah, what it will react to is that the mirror will reflect the waves, but it will spread it in all different directions. It's not a focused beam or nothing. Let me see if I can get the picture.
So you think it has to be a mirror in the back? Yes?
No, I'm
Right.
not saying this. I'm not saying this.
The only reason I'm postulating,
Between if there were a mirror has the property to reflect. So you can publish something with a mirror. This is how a dish works, like a satellite dish. Or it's basically a metal.
Oh, my bad. I spoke up. I was thinking of our eyes. The lens in our eyes is crystalline
Where's the
structure.
problem?
Basically, anything you can see through is crystalline. Like glass is crystalline.
Yes. It's, quartz glass. I think that speaks for itself.
correct. Well, in my research, what I came across was the Carpathian mirrors. Is the metals that are in this type of mirror is unique, and it has mercury in it. So it's like a double reflective surface, almost creating an infinity mirror. I don't know if y'all have looked into infinity mirrors, but Nostradamus, when he did his predictions, the way he would do it would be at his REM state. He would wake up as soon as he would fall into a dream. He would wake up and quickly look into a scrying mirror, and there is actual documentation of my hypothesis I'm talking about. But I think it's like we're saying, how it's been hidden. I think that I don't have the correct way to articulate this yet. It's just a very odd set of coincidences that I don't believe in coincidence anymore. I believe in synchronicity. So there is something to this, I believe.
Well, all the way back to the meaning of the word, and I can't recall his name, but anyway, he is recognized for calling out just what you said. Man, hold on, I'll just dig it up and share it with you. But what you just said, everybody feels it. The first Discord server I joined, research server, I got muted for saying synchronicities, because they're talking about other stuff, and I was like, that's fine and dandy, right? Everybody's pretty much aware of that, or that concept, or the fact that somebody's trying to push that concept. But yeah, let me just look it up. But you're completely true, correct on that. But anyway, the fellow that he got famous, or he got known for coining synchronicities, and it was about things he had observed about people in different areas with no contact with each other, coming up with the same things at the same time, etc. And I got muted again, and it's like, oh, good grief. It's like it's a curse word. And I was like, they're like, all right, tell us what you're trying to tell us, we'll let you talk. And I'm like, okay. And I said, synchronicities, like people in opposite continents with no contact with each other, inventing the exact same thing at the same time.
Right.
They're like, what? And I'm like, well, like stainless steel. A fella here in the States and a fella over across the pond in Britain, in England, invented stainless steel at the same time. And then I went on to several other things, and I got to the telephone, how many people invented that at the same time. And anyway, and I went on, they just like, all right, just shut up, we get what you're saying. And they just said, don't say anything like that, because it kind of freaks people out in here. And that's separate, and it'll divide and cause division. And I'm like, what? But anyway, it was totally unlike our setting we have here.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, and like what you're talking about is global consciousness and like Akashic record stuff, like us all being one and being more connected than we realize. And we're all just finding pieces of these different pieces of this puzzle together and coming here and trying to discuss it, and hopefully finding other people's that have tested some of these theories or can correlate some of our findings. I mean, I think that's what real science is. I know it's a wild hypothesis that I'm postulating with these fireplaces and mirrors.
Okay. There are some pictures of the technology with it. They had some devices which seem to be reproducing plasma or a picture. You could all scroll up just for a minute more. I put it down there again. And the idea we came up is this here. That they were using the fireplaces, not for fire. That they were using as a communication.
Or transportation. Like, okay, so...
Or even transportation, but we haven't tried to figure that out.
So we know that fireplaces have these lightning rods on them. And we also know that the lightning rods are connected through ground wires, making the earth battery, like Tesla discussed. And the wires are also flowing into the well systems of the houses, making them Leyden jars.
Please remember. Oh, my bad. I just get so excited. Continue.
Making the wells Leyden jars. So this whole setup is actually showing us that the chimney could have been used for what it appears to be, which was a etheric energy gathering device, like an antenna. The same way you can take a crystal radio and instead of wiring it to a set of speakers, you can wire it to a battery bank and create power through the radio. Even the way that a radio works, the way that you tune a radio is through piezoelectricity.
expand on that with the crystals and electricity.
Well, like,
They,
go ahead, Bubba.
and more. Oh, just that they are with themselves storage and rechargeable, and you can tap into them with
Alrighty.
You know the cymatic windows that are on some of these houses, or some of these cathedrals, or some of these buildings. Like, because I don't believe that the cathedrals were cathedrals. I believe that they were multifaceted buildings that were probably healing people. That's why the organs are literally called that, because they healed your organs. And the windows are actually a sign for that building's cymatic signature. And if I believe with that spark gap in front of the fireplace, if you was to play the frequency on that, it will open a doorway on that mirror, because the frequency is also the address for the building, like on a telephone or a radio.
Do you think it may have something to do with barometric pressure, relative humidity? It's
That's all
or
part.
more on equinox and solstice alignment,
The energy
or
collection.
just in general.
The energy collection part, I think, has to do with like the flowing ions that are above us at all the times. There's measurements too that people have done to show you like how many feet you go up, how much electricity is per like each foot that you go higher.
Well, they have different readings of different frequencies, different voltages. Like even the cathedral in Scotland, it had measurable readings up until the 50s. But what I'm trying to bring into consideration also is the different light-colored glass that allow different light-color frequencies to come in to actually harmonize as well with the acoustic architecture. In other words, the way it was aligned, they knew a lot more about frequency than just the type we can hear.
Correct.
They knew about the type we could see as well, and the type we couldn't, and the type we couldn't hear. I mean, I'm amazed by the working knowledge, comprehension of multiple things and how they work together. And we go back all the way further back. These old structures had what these old civilization had amphitheaters that were built onto them at a certain geometrical shape and angle where it resonated throughout it as well. Just like in those the pipe organs in those churches. And healing, I believe you're right on with that.